It's been an up and down past few match days for Celtic, but this was certainly an up as they advanced to the next round of the Cup. Bottom back to Fog football, Kyogo Furuhashi backfiring amongst the goals, and Mason Maeda. Alright, Dyson Maeda. Jesus, man, I'm butchering the guy's bloody name, but you know what? It was almost like you looked at him when he scored. It's almost as if someone butchered him. I don't know what was up with him. What was up with Dyson Maeda when he scored that goal, by the way? I mean, he's made it 2-0. Kind of put the game out of reach for St Mirren, yeah. Oh, 2-0 though, most dangerous scoreline in football. Yeah, is that a myth? Is that a gimmick? I'm not too sure, but he just didn't look a happy bunny when he scored. But we have to start this match right at the beginning. I thought it was probably a difference this game between Celtic's their recent form, where they play pretty good in the first half, and then they just absolutely teeter off in the second half. I mean, pretty much every other game's happened like that. But I think this was kind of reverse. I think they were better in the second half than they were the first half. And it's not to suggest that Celtic were great, but they're not going to care. You know, St Mirren, Paisley away in a cup game, last 16. It's tough. All that matters is you come through it. But I thought it was an even enough start. Jesus, man, let me get the words out. Mandron has an early chance. You've got a bit early St Mirren pressure. And it was weird, like with the amount of St Mirren pressure here, it was Celtic's turn to hit on the counter. They managed to grab a goal here, Celtic 1-0. It was a pretty good counter-attack here. Kyogo getting himself back on the score sheet. I mean, I think Rodgers, I'm not going to say it's bad news for Rangers per se, but I think the fact that he's changed it up front to like 2 with Kyogo sitting in behind Ida, I think he's had to try something because, you know, the horseshoe football that Rodgers has been playing this season, it just hasn't really worked. I mean, yeah, they're still top of the league, but that's going to change Wednesday if Troops get that right. This was a good counter though, but I think this helped them today. I think having 2 players up front that can put the ball in the back of the net, and that's not me saying Adam Adey is the greatest thing ever, right? He scored 2 penalties, but here, pressure penalties, he had to score at least the second one. But even with, before they even brought him in on loan, Ida, I think they've been well try and own Kyogo up front in that game, like they did here, because it was far too stagnant for Celtic. Kelty then has a shot which is blocked. Gogic hits the bar. Ida has a shot that just deflects wide. We then have a tackle. I believe it was Fraser flying into the VAR monitor. Absolute disaster here. The VAR monitor is up in smokes. It's absolutely shattered. It's absolutely destroyed. And you know, for like, I mean, we've seen it against Aberdeen where the VAR wouldn't work for like just before kick-off, and now the monitor's been absolutely smashed. It's funny, like you look at like the Premier League and it's like this big fancy setup. You look at ours, it looks like a fucking TV for the early 2000s. That's what it looked like, and he completely put it off the stand. Bluttered it, found that quite funny. Balma goes into the box, he then dives, he gets booked. And you know what, fair play to the referee for booking here for diving. Absolutely right call, it's a complete dive. Not many people, I say not many, no one should be complaining about this. If people dive, they deserve to get booked. I mean, you look at this one, you look at like Martin Boyle's one against Celtic. Martin Boyle's is way more of a foul than this, but yeah, rightfully so. The referee gave this as a dive. Gogic then has an overhead kick. Joe Hart, I mean, I think it's an alright save for Joe Hart, but I think there was a bit much emphasis on it from the commentary team, man. It was actually incredible how much emphasis they were putting on this. Then he had to like flick it away for a corner. They then get another corner. Welsh clears it. He picks it a bit of a head knock, which should add about 2 minutes on the already added on time for the first half. But then, just like for the second game in a row, the referee blows early. Now, I'm not going to complain too much at half time about the referee blowing early, because I think it is more of an issue in the second half. But as we go into the second half, Celtic, they've upped the pressure here. They have a ball whipped into the box. O'Reilly cracks it, hits the post or the bar, flicks back out to Dyson Maeda. He makes it 2-0. And honestly, like, you would think Celtic were 5-0 down and he's pulled it back to 5-1. His reaction here, really, really bizarre from Dyson Maeda. Don't really understand why he's so pissed off looking. They were joking on commentary, this is what he always looks like. This is one emotion. I'm pretty sure I've seen the guy crack a smile before, like, so I mean, just a bit bizarre nonetheless. And then after this, I mean, St Mirren had a few chances, like, they were going forward, they had all these opportunities, But then when it mattered, they just couldn't be arsed putting the ball in the back of the net. Just flicking it out, man. And if we had over goals, I think you'd have been raging. Celtic could have very easily scored a few with Ida or Nicholas Kuhn, for example. But Celtic will not care. Their fans will not care. They advanced to the next round. And yeah, the cup draw is just before Hearts and Airdrie game kicks off. And, you know, from a biased point of view, even though I try to be impartial here on this channel, as much as I want Celtic to get beat and go at the cup, maybe in the long run, it's better the fact that they're in two competitions compared to just focusing all out in the league. Even though this would have obviously added pressure on them. But anyway, Bears, you can leave your thoughts down below. But the boys will probably be leaving more of their voices down below on this video. But anyway, guys, till next time, Celtic win 2-0 in St Mirren. Aye, peace.